I'm going to tell you two things today for you to look younger, for you to live more, and one of those things will help your belly fat. Lose that belly fat. If you are feeling that you are looking older, if your skin is not the same, if your belly is not the same, I'm going to tell you two things. Every single time that you eat, today you're going to have your dinner. Tomorrow you're going to wake up, you're going to have your breakfast later. Anytime that you look at any food, you're going to remember what I'm going to tell you today. The first thing, write this down. First thing that's crucial for you to look younger and also to help you lose your belly fat and keep your belly flatter than now, fit in your clothes. First thing is you need to keep checking your glucose spikes throughout the day. One day, one lady came to me, sent me a message, say, Thiago, I'm having a smoothie. I'm having a smoothie in the afternoon. I love this smoothie. I always put mixed fruits, some banana, apple. I love those fruits. And I put honey. Sometimes I put some other stuff. But I always notice that every single month, I have that low energy when I have that smoothie, but it's not every single time. It's like it's like look like that's before my period, 5 days, 10 days before my period. I start having that crash of energy once I have that smoothie. And then the first thing that I said, okay, so are you saying to me that when you drink that smoothie before your menstruation cycle, before like 10, 5 days before, do you have that crash? And then the other time of the month, you don't have that crash. So you feel totally fine when you drink that smoothie. For example, after your menstruation, you feel fine. She said to me, yes, I feel fine. So why is that? And then I said, what's happening with you is because you are drinking, when you are drinking that smoothie, you put honey, you put banana, put all the good stuff. But because of these ingredients, you are drinking in your luteal phase, the phase that your progesterone hormone is higher. What's happening with you? You're going to have more glucose spikes. Instead of your glucose, pay attention now. Instead of your glucose, when you have a smoothie, banana, honey, whatever, instead of your glucose levels spike until here, boom, when you drink anything, and then it spike until here. Once you are in your luteal phase, after your ovulation, between your ovulation and your menstruation, you drink a smoothie like that. What's going to happen? Your glucose and your insulin will be more likely to spike more, higher. What does it mean? You tend to have more crashes, energy crashes throughout the day. I told her this, and then I said, so what you're going to do? Especially in your luteal phase, you're going to start adding more protein. That honey, that's not the best time. Honey is always good. You combine with more food or reduce the honey, the amount of that honey. If you're going to have honey, try to have, for example, after lunch, like a snack. Because if you have the lunch and then you have the honey after that lunch, you're going to spike your glucose less. You're going to have less crashes. Tiago, why does this matter? Why is that important to me? Because nowadays, write this down. Write this down. Get a pen and paper and write this down. The main predictor that I'm going to live more and I will look younger and that I can slow down my age will be how my glucose are spiking throughout the day when I eat my meals. That's it. You need to pay attention how you are spiking that glucose. It's the biggest predictor, main predictor. I have a video training talking about this, the details of this, and how to avoid that inside my program, in the main program, and also in our next level program, talking about how to keep your glucose flat as much as possible to spike less throughout the whole day. Because by doing this, you reduce your inflammation. Remember that. Why did I tell you that this first tip is crucial for your belly fat? Why is that? Because every single time that your glucose spikes, and the higher the spike of your glucose, the more you activate what? Your pancreas will start releasing more what? More what? Insulin hormone. The hormone that helps you lose more weight or gain more weight if you are insulin sensitive or if you are insulin resistant. And then then I told her, so what you're gonna do? You're gonna that smoothie increase the protein to avoid higher spikes. Reduce that honey and do this only when you are in your luteal phase. Because your luteal phase, you're going to have more insulin. You are more likely to have insulin resistance. Guys, pay attention to how your hormones are fluctuating throughout the month. Because based on whatever is happening throughout the month, you can increase more spike more your glucose, by consequence, you spike more your insulin, by consequence, all the consequences increasing that inflammation, and then boom, belly fat start getting bigger. And this never happens just because you did like once. Remember, don't come here if you're still here. Don't come here with that all or nothing mentality. That's the word I told you already in the last live last week. Those people who say, I had honey today and I spiked my glucose. I'm gonna give up because I made a mistake. No, that's terrible if you have that mentality. I'm talking about long term. If you're repeating every single month, you are repeating that stuff. You need to be aware of all the details. Example, now you know, luteal phase, I'm more likely to spike my glucose. So I need to pay attention of what I'm eating, the amount of carbs, if I'm having combined with fiber or separate. If I like, for example, cakes, like how can I say, crackers. I don't eat crackers isolated. I need to put like almond butter. I need to put even like cheese if I don't have any inflammation from dairy. I need to put a protein or a fiber or anything else for me to avoid that glucose spike. Because number one predictor to live more will be how your glucose spike. But the crazy stuff is because your body reacts differently. If you eat a banana right now, one day I had that situation. Someone told me. Someone told, it was even like a client. She said to me, Tiago, I'm amazed how my body works because I had a banana in the morning. And then I checked my glucose levels in the morning after having that banana. And then I had another banana in the evening. My glucose levels spiked differently, just from morning to evening. And then I said to her, exactly. That's exactly why people sabotage their results. They don't know what's going on because each time of the day matters. You can spike more your glucose or less your glucose. This is affecting your energy levels, especially energy levels, your stress levels, your belly fat, because of what I told you. You always need to connect the dots. Did you guys understand that? Extremely important to understand this, guys. First thing for you to live more, look younger, is your glucose levels. And then someone say, Tiago, but I eat healthy, Tiago. I'm eating healthy, but I'm not seeing results that I was expecting. And then I ask, okay, let's see if the healthy food that you're eating is really what you need, if it's right for you. And then I come to you and ask, okay, show me your nails. Show me your nails. Check your nails right now. If your nails vertical, keep checking if you have some ripples, some waves, like you feel that is not straight. You feel some ripples, waves, vertical. If you feel anything, if it's not flat, highly possible that you are not absorbing and digesting your food properly. You can eat healthy, whatever, all the time. It doesn't matter. Your body's not digesting, absorbing the food, and you can check even from your nails as well. It's another indicator. Check now your nails horizontal. If you have ripples like that, like some waves, you keep checking here, your ripple, your nails. I have some ripples. What's happening with you? You can have deficiency of magnesium if this is happening. You can have deficiency of any of the B complex, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B9, B12. One of them, you can have deficiency, or you can have deficiency to iron. You're not having food high in iron, or even eating food high in iron, your body's not absorbing. It doesn't matter what you're going to tell me that you're eating healthy. If you're having signs, if your body's showing symptoms daily, forget it. You're doing something wrong. 100% sure. It doesn't matter if you're eating salad. You have that waves, that ripples here happening. My nails are white. Some parts are really white. You are having lack of zinc. If it's white, lack of zinc. What are you doing with your food? And then you have the illusion that you're eating healthy. Big illusion. Many people have that big illusion. They think that they are their food just because healthy, they're absorbing something. Guys, remember, you are 40 already. You're not 15 years old. You are 40. You are already 50. Pay attention now. Time to be proactive. Time to be proactive. It's time to pay attention to what you're eating daily and see how you're spiking your glucose, because that's the first predictor that you're going to look younger. Skin will look younger. You're going to glow. The flatter the glucose spikes throughout the day, the flatter your glucose, the more the younger you're going to look from your skin, based on your skin. Your people will look at you and say, wow, you look younger, because you are glowing. Why? Because your glucose you're flattening the glucose spikes just because you're paying attention. I'm okay, I'm gonna do this, and then you're having lemon before any meal, or you're having apple cider vinegar before any meal to flatten that spike of your glucose, or you are having fat and protein before any carbs or any sweets, any cakes. You're not having cakes too far from a big meal. Because if you're doing those mistakes, you're forgetting to do this. I teach this in my program. One of the things that I want to make sure all my clients inside our holistic health program, I always want to know, I want to make sure that they are doing this, is focus on keeping their glucose as flat as possible every single day, because this will help their energy. Mitochondria will be much healthier. There are many amazing stuff that will happen with your body when you keep your glucose levels more stable. Pay attention to this. Second thing, you need to write this down. Did you guys get that, right? We're going to talk about more stuff about belly fat tomorrow as well. This second thing, for you to look younger, and remember, indirectly will help your belly fat. Indirectly, not directly. Glucose will help directly for you to lose more weight, visceral fat, because your inflammation will reduce. You're going to become more insulin sensitive. You're going to have like direct effects. But this second part that I'm going to tell you now will be indirect, but it's crucial. It's crucial. Pay attention to this. Many people have this issue. Many of you, more than 50% of you have this problem. More than 50%, because that's the disease of this era. The disease of this era is, what is that? Overthinking. Thinking too much. Remember this formula. For you to look younger, for you to rejuvenate, for you to slow down your aging, you need to do this. Write this down. You need to do this. Check this out. Your life, it's going to be reversed, but I'm going to tell you, it's going to be easy for you to know. Pay attention to that. Your past, I'm talking about your thoughts. Start analyzing now. Pay attention. The thoughts that you are having daily are thoughts related to your past, related to today, present moment, or even some of you, not today, but right now. Or your thoughts, majority of them are more related to your future, to tomorrow, to after lunch, to 6 months, 6 months from now. What's the percentage that's healthy, that will help you slow down your age? Remember, blue zones, the 5 blue zones in on the planet, they do this correctly. And this is one of the reasons, there are many other reasons, but one of the reasons why they are living longer. What is that? Your past, so your present moment, analyze your thoughts, the type of thoughts that you're having. 70% should be in the present moment. Check this out. 20% should be future, thinking about the future, and 10% thinking about the past. If you have 40% of your thoughts talking about, like, thinking about the future, and then less than 50% of your thoughts are not in the present moment, what's happening with you? Anxiety. Many of you have anxiety or stress. Many of you are struggling to sleep just because you are not making your mind shut down. You're not saying to your mind, brain, shut up, quiet now because I'm going to bed. You're not having this power. If you don't have this power, what's happening with you? If you have more than 20% of your thoughts in the future, I need to pay my bills tomorrow at 7 a.m. I need to pick my husband in his job, and then you are overthinking. I forgot to send an email to my boss. I need to do this. I forgot to wash the dishes. I have to buy that stuff. I forgot to do this. I have to, like, you're boom, 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 ruminating. Your thoughts, if it's more than 20%, what's happening with you? You are over activating your amygdala, the alarm of the brain, when you're overthinking, blah, 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 activating your hypothalamus. Some people say hypothalamus, other people say hypothalamus, activating your pituitary gland, activating your adrenal gland. And then you're releasing more cortisol, and then you're releasing more adrenaline. Adrenaline in the brain is called norepinephrine. So you are always releasing more, releasing more. What's happening with you? You are going to get older faster. Nowadays, we know that when you're having constant anxiety, you're overthinking, you're ruminating, and because of this is affecting all the parts of your life. You are struggling to sleep the whole night. You wake up in the middle of the night, and then you struggle to go back. Or you spend 2 hours to go to bed and sleep. You are having signs that you're always ruminating too much. What's happening with you? You start affecting your skin. You start affecting your energy. Energy drops. Remember, why is that? Because your brain, the most expensive part in your body is your brain. Your brain gets 20% of your entire energy. So you literally deplete your energy like crazy because of the thoughts that you're having here. Imagine that you have just some thoughts. You have less thoughts. You are not overthinking. You think here and then you quiet. You are saving energy. Many of you come to me, Thiago, I'm having low energy. Of course, you're thinking like crazy, like a machine every second. And then while you are overthinking like crazy, you are still checking more information on the internet. You're depleting energy every single second. You're going to literally feel exhausted at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you are feeling fatigued, of course, because you got all that energy. Your brain said to you, Maria, you're spending here a lot of energy. It's like you're getting all the energy that I try to save here for something that's gonna be useful for you, but you're wasting checking a lot of things. You're thinking too much, Maria. Stop thinking too much here because I'm burning out, and then you feel burned out. You have that burnout because of that. Did you get that? Always make sure that you are following this formula. Pay attention to your thoughts, because remember, I told you already, if you analyze your thought, you are telling yourself that you're not your thought. Your thought is part of you, but that's not you. You are your conscious mind. Pay attention to what you are thinking, how you are feeling when you are thinking that thought. Start paying attention, analyzing what's happening with you. By doing this, you're understanding deep about yourself, and then you can tell me, okay, but what should I do? What's the first thing for me to do? Because I want to look younger. I'm 50, but maybe people are thinking that look 60 because my skin is not the same. My energy levels are not the same. It's some signs of old people. It's showing up here in my face. What should I do? Pay attention now. Go simple. The first thing that you need to do is, if you have your future, your thoughts, you are thinking about tomorrow a lot. Remember, if you're thinking about the past, you are close to be depressed. Close. Even if people have that thought about their past, either because of a regret or stressful situation that happened, but also thinking about the past because they had an amazing life in the past. Now they have a terrible life. They have a shit life now. And they start thinking about great memories in the past. And they are still living the past. So any thought that you are having from the past, if it's good or if it's bad, it doesn't matter. You are you are getting older faster. Why? Because you're spending too much time in the past. Even if you are thinking about something great that happened with you. Your goal is right here, present moment. But I'm gonna give you the solution. Thiago, tell me, what should I do? So step number one for me to fix this, I'm gonna show you. Your goal is, if you are, let's suppose you are 69% in your present moment, right? And then you are 90% in your future. And then the rest 10% in your past. So your issue, I'm gonna give just like a simple example. Your goal is at least bring 1% of that future thought or that thought from your past, bring that to the present moment. At least 1%. Thiago, 1%? How does this work? I'm going to show you how it works. Now you're going to understand the power of compound of like micro steps make your life completely different long term. Check this out. You are in the US. Imagine that you are in the US right here. This is you. You are in the US. You want to go to Europe. Europe is right here. And then you are, check this out. And then you are trying to go, it's vacation. You're going on a cruise. Europe is here. You are in the US. Here is Africa. Here is Africa. Pay attention now how crazy it is. You are in the US. If you go straight to Europe, using in the ship, you're gonna arrive sooner or later. What's the point here? If you decide, okay, I'm gonna just change the route of this ship here. You are in a cruise. You just want to change the route 1 degree. If you literally change just 1 degree, guess what's gonna happen? The route will completely change just because of 1 degree. So like instead of being this degree, you do some micro change in the route. Guess what's gonna happen? You will go to Africa, completely different continent. You completely change the route of your trip. Your final destination was completely different just because you changed 1 degree. You just made 1 micro change. That's exactly the effect of what's going to happen with you if you decide okay, I'm going to just bring 1% of my thoughts that are in the past or in the future and bring that 1% of those thoughts to the present moment. Guess what's going to happen after 6 months? Every single day you're paying attention to this, and then you analyze, okay, yes, I'm thinking about tomorrow too much. Okay, let me think about right now. And then you're always bringing yourself back again. Guys, remember, big mistake. Someone told me something that I told her that she was wrong. She was saying, Thiago, for me to do meditation is impossible because every single time that I start paying attention to my breath and try not to think about another thing. After like 10 seconds, I literally cannot spend 10 seconds paying attention to my breath only because I start thinking about my stuff, the stuff that I need to do. I start paying attention to sounds. My mind goes to another place after 10 seconds. I literally cannot do this. And then I said to her, you're having a big illusion. You need to feel a winner, that you are winning every single time that you get distracted when you're paying attention to your breath. And then when you start, after 10 seconds, you start thinking about your job, and then you bring that thought back again to your breath. That analysis, that correction that you are doing, that's the winning activity that you are doing. That's the improvement. You're going to improve like crazy. You're going to reduce your anxiety, reduce your stress, because you're always bringing your thought to the present moment. The secret is not to spend 5 minutes only paying attention to your breath when you're doing meditation, trying to bring your awareness to the present moment. That's not the goal. The goal is to, every single time that you get distracted, your brain send you a picture about tomorrow, the meeting that you're going to have with your boss. And then you say, whoa, come back to the thought here in my breath. Let me pay attention again. That attention, when you come back, that's what the exercise that you are teaching your brain to be stronger. For you, to be more in the present moment. Guys, this is the powerful exercise. You are bringing your thought back. Come back, thought. Come back, mind. You're thinking about yesterday. Come back here. Every single time that your awareness come back to the present moment, your brain is becoming what? Stronger. You are building that muscle. And then that 1% that you're bringing that thought from the future back to the present, or that thought from your past back to the present, guess what's going to happen? You'll completely change your route. The final destination in your life will be completely different because I showed you 1 degree that you change the route of the ship if when you are in a cruise going from the US to Europe, you can completely change your route and then go to another continent. Just for you to have an idea, the power of micro change, repeating that micro change every single day. That micro change that you do today, and then it's compounding, the compound effect. It's the same thing with money. You put your money in an investment that is going to be 10%. It's going to grow 10% every year. It's compounding. It's going to become higher, and then you're going to have more money faster after 5-10 years. Long term is compound. Same thing with your activities. Right now, bring that future thought that you're having that's creating anxiety with you, that's depleting your energy. Remember this, write this down. My thoughts are depleting my nutrients inside my body. My thoughts are depleting the nutrients that I'm eating in my food. Every single time that you take a supplement, every single time that you put food in your mouth, but you are ruminating, there are many things going on here in your brain, a lot of stuff, you are depleting energy. Guess what's going to happen? Nowadays, by having a lot of stress, long-term or anxiety, long-term, you deplete your iron, you deplete your magnesium, you deplete the nutrients in your cells. Guess what happened? The consequence of that? You're going to look older. You're going to literally, instead of go until your 70s, you are going to have problems in your 60s. You're literally shrinking the quality of your life. Pay attention to that, guys. Pay attention to that. Okay? One question. I'm going to answer one question. Let's see here. Someone said something. Laurie said, I found the breathing exercise and the meditation exercise helped me so much. Exactly. Laurie, it's crucial. One of the powerful ways for you to bring that thought to the present moment, reduce that percentage that I told you, is doing breath work. Just trying to start paying attention to your breath. Analyze that. You get distracted, your brain showed you a thought, another thought. Say, go back. Go back here, brain, because I control you. You don't control me, brain. You are my server. I'm the boss here. I'm the boss. So you need to show your brain who is the boss. Otherwise, you're going to lose every single day. Otherwise, micro mistakes, micro things that you make, like this example, you start losing in all the parts of your life. You are in front of a chip or in front of ice cream, and then your brain showed you, have that right now. It's 10 p.m. Brain, it's 10 p.m. brain. It's not the time, brain. Your brain said, no, it doesn't matter. I want to have that ice cream at 10 p.m. Brain, but I'm trying to lose my belly fat, brain. That's not the right time. It doesn't matter. I have a huge desire to have that ice cream at 10 p.m. Brain, but it's time to go to bed, brain. It doesn't matter. Have that ice cream. And then you lost. Okay, I'm going to have that ice cream 10 p.m. Boom, lost again. Guys, battle. You are every single second having a battle against your brain. Show your brain who is the boss. Show your brain who is the boss. Okay, cool? Any question, send me a DM. If you are willing to have a customized plan, holistic plan that talk about all that subject that you need help this year, send me a DM. I'm going to see what's going to be ideal for you. The best package for you. Just send me a DM after this. Let's go.